Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Hannah, and on this channel we talk all things home decor, home aesthetics, mixing high and low with new and old. And in today's video, we're gonna be discussing some ways to elevate our exterior spaces, ways to make it feel cozy and collected for the summer months ahead of us. So if this sounds like something you are interested in watching, just keep on watching. So like I mentioned in my intro, today's video is gonna focus just on the exterior, ways to elevate that space, make it feel collected and cozy and inviting, especially if you're gonna be hosting this summer with friends and family. I think sometimes the exterior gets a little bit neglected or people forget to decorate our exterior spaces, but I've stressed this a lot on my channel that your exterior is just as important as your interior because it is an extension of your home, regardless if you are in an apartment, a condo, a house. It is just as much a part of your house as the inside is too. So I have a couple key points that I want to go over on what I have personally done to my exterior to make it feel all of the cozy vibes and just more welcoming for the summer months ahead of us. So without further ado, you guys, let's get into today's video. The first topic is potted plants. Not only are we talking about planters itself, but we're also talking about what you're putting in it. I think adding potted plants to a patio or a balcony is super important because it's not only adding dimension and depth, you can play with height, color, texture, bringing in multiple different pot sizes, different shapes. You can also bring a variety of different plants to those pots, whether you're adding herbs to a planter or if you're adding florals. This is a really great way to just add personality, give that life factor to a patio space. I brought in a beautiful kumquat tree that my children have literally picked every single kumquat off of it, so that I love the fact that they are enjoying it. But I also brought some potted plants to my patio, a area within my swing set, and a side table. Simple, it's easy, and it's really going to make a really big difference when it comes to your exterior space and just adding that little bit of color that all of our patios need. The second topic is lighting. Now, lighting is so important because it is just the mood setter of everything. Just like our interior, layering our lighting from table lamps, floor lamps, up lighting, it's really important, and it's no different when we bring it to the outside as well. So a couple ways that I have implemented that within my exterior space, starting with candles. Candles are a no-brainer. I think you can never have enough candlelight in my opinion. So I have them in some beautiful lanterns that I purchased from Target about 2 years ago. They are from their Smith & Hawkins line. I love these. I think these are a really beautiful way to just elevate your space. You can have them on the ground, you can have them on a side table. Think of layering your lighting. So I have candles there, and then I also had this really fun pedestal bowl that's been sitting in a cabinet of mine. I grabbed some rocks and some pillar candles that I wasn't using and kind of created a candle moment for the side of my side table. And I think candles are something you can never have too much of. Now, if you're in a state that has maybe bugs, maybe you have mosquitoes, HomeGoods has a lot of citronella candles, and they're making them in such cute vessels that you can have that as another way to kind of style your outdoor space, bringing in the candlelight and then also accessorizing. So definitely check out HomeGoods and TJ Maxx for those really fun citronella candles for these upcoming summer months. Now, if you have that already and you want something else, I've also discussed these on my channel before, but I have these little fire pits that I just love for my outside space. I have them currently in a oversized glass hurricane that I purchased from Anthropologie last year with some rocks at the bottom, and I love these for just that ambiance, that cozy factor. It is such a cool way to bring that flame, that oversized flame, to a coffee table, a side table. You can even have these on the ground in other hurricanes. They're just so cool. Now, if you'd want to use them for other purposes like roasting marshmallows, you can do that as well. Again, I got these on Amazon and I've been really absolutely loving these. Now, stepping away from the flame, another way we can layer that lighting is our bistro lighting or ping pong lighting, whatever you guys want to call them. They come in solar powered and plug-in. We have some really fun ones that we got on Amazon on our gazebo that we recently just built, and they're amazing. We don't have to think about it. My husband strung them up. We have the little solar power on the top of the gazebo, and they just pop on a certain time of the night. And that's really cool. We don't have to even think about it. And it does come with a little remote control, so if you want to turn it on or off, you have that option to do so. I also strung some bistro lighting in my garden as a way to add, again, another layered lighting, and it's also shifting that lighting aspect to the other part of my outdoor space. So I not only have the lighting within the kind of confinement of my patio, but I'm bringing that lighting into my garden as well. So it's really fun to just see all of the lighting, all the different types of lighting on at the single time. So don't forget your lighting, layering that lighting in multiple different ways, and that's the second. Our third topic is accessorizing, and this is where I have the most fun when it comes to my outdoor space, is bringing in the accessories, your pillows, your throw blankets, your poofs, the things that just kind of add that extra layer to an outdoor space and make it feel a little bit more curated versus just being patio furniture. We'll start with textiles. I love bringing in different types of pillows, different sizes, different texture, different patterns. I've gotten most of my pillows from Target about 3 years ago. We do keep them in an outdoor box, so that way when they are not in use, we store them in there for longevity purposes. But I think when it comes to your textiles, keeping it neutral but bringing in pops of pattern, different shapes, different sizes is going to make that space feel a little bit more elevated and a little bit more designed. Now I love bringing in throw blankets. I think this is another really fun way to invite your guests to get comfortable and to enjoy themselves and to make them feel like they are part of it. They can sit for a while and talk. And so I got some really fun throw blankets from HomeGoods that I have just draped over my sofa on my outdoor space. Clearly when those are not in use, those are folded up and brought inside, but these are just my kind of designated outdoor throw blankets for when we do have guests over. Another thing we've done is I've added some poofs to just have a place for people to kick up their heels, enjoy their time with me, and I think these add just another layer to this kind of seating area that I've created for my patio. You can move these around, and these also come in really great different shapes, different sizes, and different patterns. So if you are someone that loves a bold stripe, they have a ton of those, or if you want something neutral, poofs are a very inexpensive thing to add to accessorize your outdoor space. Barware is another thing I want to touch on because I think this is just, again, another extension, another way to accessorize. I recently came across these really beautiful tortoise shell or leopard type print from HomeGoods. They're a stemless wine glass that I purchased at the beginning of this year in one of my HomeGoods trips. You know, when hosting, the way things look, the way things are presented is very much important to me. I think having beautiful stemware is a great way to accessorize your exterior space. Another thing that I've done to add that layer, that accessorizing of my space, is we brought some spheres to my outdoor space. Now I purchased these for indoor purposes, but this is the outdoor exterior sphere from Pottery Barn that I just placed up on my fire pit area, and I think it's just another thing to add visual interest. You can kind of move these around, you can have them on a patio, or if you have a garden area like me, this is really fun to just add some visual interest and kind of break up all of the greenery. I think At Home has some, and I know there's been some circulating HomeGoods as well, so you can find kind of a look for less if you want to go that direction as well. And the last thing I want to add is I have my wind chimes. I know some people are against these, but I think having wind chimes in your outdoor space is really beautiful, to be honest. It's very peaceful. I find joy in having it. It doesn't go crazy. It's not obnoxious by any means, but I enjoy having my wind chimes chiming in the wind as I'm outside with my guests. And of course, if they get, too noisy, I take them down in respect of my neighbors. But I think adding that wind chime layer, that sound factor, is also really important when it comes to your outdoor space. And the last and final category is wildlife. Now, there's some things that I have done for my backyard to encourage this wildlife to come to my backyard. I'm 34 years old, and I find more enjoyment in watching my hummingbirds and my birds and my lizards and the caterpillars in my garden than I do going out. So just gonna put it out there, I seriously find so much comfort and joy in watching my birds. I'm like an old lady already. So one thing I've done, we do hummingbird food made here on about a weekly basis, depending on how quickly they go through it. So with 1 cup of water, you're gonna add a 1/4 cup of sugar. We usually use warm water so that way that the sugar can dissolve. And like I said, we put this out every week for the birds. They love coming for it. And so adding a hummingbird feeder, if you are one that enjoys watching them, is honestly something I really strive and I really encourage you guys to get. Another thing that I've gotten for my space, I picked up some beautiful bird baths. Very simple, concrete, solid. They were about $59.99, got 2 of them at HomeGoods on my trip. So I have one right here off the patio, and then I have one closer to the swing set. And the birds actually use it. It just adds another accessory to your garden space. So I love having my bird baths, my hummingbird feeders. Another thing that we love doing every single spring is I bring milkweed to our outdoor space. This is a butterfly attractor, more so the monarch. The monarch butterfly goes to the milkweed, will lay their eggs, and then soon after you will have tons of caterpillars, and hopefully chrysalis is nearby. So this is something that I really enjoy with my girls. We love watching the process. We have a whole tent that when we find the caterpillars, we put them in a safe place and watch the whole process from start to finish, and the girls will end up letting those butterflies go once they are ready to take flight. And I think adding that natural element, that wildlife factor, at least for me, is very enjoyable, and it just makes my space feel a little bit more cozy and just something that I enjoy watching. So hopefully you guys will get some inspiration for bringing a little bit more wildlife to your outdoor space. And that's the last and final topic on today's video. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet video on our exterior spaces, on ways to make it feel a little bit more curated, a little bit more cozy for these upcoming summer months. But until the next video, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.